Today we're going to learn about reflections in billiards and miniature golf. So we're going to use some reflections in more practical situations. All right, so say we have a ball here and we want to bank it off the wall and have it land and hit this ball uh, at point B. Now what we want to do, how we can use reflections is we can put our mirror mirror here or have some method of reflection and reflect this over. Now, I can use even if I knew this line up here was perpendicular, I can even use a compass because this distance is the same as this distance. So for me, it just works to use a circle. So I'm going to label this B prime. Now I can go, what I want to do is if I want to bounce off this wall and hit B, I'll have to start at A and aim for B prime. Now, the actual path of the ball is going to start at A, hit the wall, and then come back and go and hit B. So, um, so that's how we can use reflections for objects bouncing off of walls. All right, in this situation, we're going to have a point here, and we want it to bounce off this wall and off of this wall and land right here. So let's call this point P and this one point Q. So what we have to do here is if we want to land on point Q, first we have to reflect it over the second wall that we want it to hit, which is AB. So if I reflect this over AB, it's going to, do my little circle trick here. If this is perpendicular, it'll come out and it will hit right here. We'll call this point Q. Now this is actually Q prime. Now I have to reflect Q prime over this line, which is ED. So we have to pretend that this extends out. Start E, extend this line out. Now I have to reflect this point, Q prime, over our line. So if I go the same distance out, same distance back here, this will be Q double prime. All right, now we have to see how this works. So we're going to start at P, and now we aim for Q double prime. Ooh, this is snapping to the grid and not letting me hit this perfect. It hopefully will be close. So now we go start at P, and we're going to bounce off this wall. Once it hits this wall, now it's going to aim for Q. So from here, or Q prime, it's going to bounce off that wall and go up there towards Q. So the actual path will go like this until it hits the wall. Now it's going to turn back and go in our hole. So that's the path there. So we would just have to aim it here, and hopefully it would go into our hole. Now our assignment will walk you through the first 3 of these, and then you can do some on your own. So this is homework 4.5, 1 through 6. Good luck.